Hey, it's Niba, and I thought I'd just talk about the vampires a little bit more because it's been over a week. Yeah, it's been over a week for sure that the show ended, and I'm still not over it. And it's weird because I thought I'd be fine and everything. And I already did one about the vampires like as soon as it ended, but I don't think that was coherent or like I really talked about anything. I was just like, ugh. so let me talk about it. Okay. I feel like people who loved it and people who hated it. I am in the middle, I guess. Like, okay, and I've been thinking. So this has given me time. This week and a half, little over a week, has given me some time to think, to like sit down and think about it. Actually, I didn't hate it at all. People are comparing it to like How I Met Your Mother and stuff. No, those are completely different for so many reasons. I hate How I Met Your Mother ending, but it wasn't because of reasons I want to mention here. It was totally different. But that's another video. Maybe I'll do it. But I feel like a lot of people already made videos about it that basically say everything that I kind of want to say about that ending. So I might just leave that. Vampires, focus. So basically, Vampires. I loved the Bennett witches. Bonnie with her grandma and the cousins and all the Bennett lines and like holding her hand and behind her and stuff. I love that. I love Bonnie was like, I did it. And Bonnie's like, I wanna live and I'm gonna live. And she fought for it because throughout this whole series, she's died so many times and it's so sad because I feel like she deserved better. She's always deserved better. And even her ending for her was still weird to me because it's like, oh, we gave her a happy ending, but like, did we? And I like the fact that she's traveling. I think it's amazing. I want to travel. I do want to travel my whole life and stuff. So I feel like because some people are like, oh, really traveling, but I think that's good. But like, it's still kind of it is off about her ending. It feels weird. Like they tried to give her a happy ending, but they didn't. I don't know, but like I'm so happy I guess that she's living and that she's fighting for her life and we don't know what happened afterwards. We didn't get her like heaven or whatever, so let's see. I guess we can only assume, which is kind of cool. I guess that we can make up our own ending for her, kinda like after she traveled or whatever, or even during her travels. Let's see. Okay, and then another big thing that, and then also another thing that I like the fact that Catherine was back, and then when they hugged, it was Elena, and then Damon dropped her, and she was like rude. I was like, that is such Catherine, and I loved it. But I felt okay. Maybe just me. Sorry, I keep talking about my hair. I'm just so nervous. So basically, maybe just me, but it was weird that she was so weak. It felt like she was very weak, especially because Catherine was never weak, and especially because second of all, she's the queen of hell now. Like remember Cade, how strong he was? He ripped out his heart. He couldn't be killed. It was only that one dagger that could kill him, but nothing else could. But all of a sudden, Catherine is fine, and I don't know why not just use the dagger on her too. Maybe it's because she brought hell, but like I still felt like she should have been stronger. And honestly, okay, back to okay. And that all brings me to something really important that I didn't like was Stefan's death. And I get it. People have brought it up, and I've realized it as a writing standpoint. In a sense, I can get it that he would be the one that dies because when the first episode, Stefan said, "This is my story," and so it made sense because like as a spoiler, somebody spoiled that somebody's dying, who's gonna die? I was like, oh, I think it's gonna be Stefan. I got so nervous because oh no, I think it's gonna be Stefan, and it was. But the thing is, it was so stupid to me. I guess one of the things that really does anger me is the fact that it was so stupid. Like, honestly, Damon could have stabbed Catherine again because he stabbed her so many times in that one episode, in the last episode. So just stab her, throw her in the fire, and vampire speed out of there. Like, honestly, like, I don't understand why. And because honestly, nobody had to die, though. In that situation, in that case, nobody had to die. Neither Stefan or Damon had to die. If that means, like, do you know what I mean? I guess that's also what kind of annoying. I'm like, but did you really have to die? I don't think so. And then what I hated was also that I felt like Stefan deserved better. Okay, and it's just me, but I think he did because again, I feel like I said that in another video, so I'm not gonna talk too much about it. But he tried. He always tried, and I feel like I respected that so much. And even the evil thing, the evil him, I don't think he's ever done. It was him. It wasn't. It was always Ripper Stefan, and even again, he became a Ripper to help to save somebody. First, the whole in the season, first he became through the series. I mean, not the season. First, he became a vampire in season. I mean, a Ripper. Okay, let me take a deep breath. I'm sorry. So he became a Ripper in season 3 to save Damon from Klaus. to save his life. And Klaus was like, I can save his life, but you have to become a Ripper. In the middle, like season 6, I think, yeah, he became it because Caroline made him to save his cousin or whatever, his not cousin but extended family basically, which he was saving her anyway from Damon since the beginning. And then third of all, he became Ripper to save the twins, to save Caroline's twins. So it's like even when he becomes Ripper, it's to save somebody. And all the bad, it's never been just Stefan, it's been Ripper Stefan, which you can't say about other characters on the show. They've done bad things as themselves. But yeah. So I felt like Stefan did her better. And then it was weird to me also because just 2 episodes ago, Stefan was like, I want to live. Maybe I'm stubborn, but I want to live. So I'm like, oh, what would the point of having it kind of be like he's grown and he's like realized the importance of his life? Because throughout the series, he's been so quick to sacrifice himself and not have any worth in his life. Stefan felt the guilt of his bad thing, the Ripper Stefan, and all the things that Damon's done because he is the reason Damon the vampire. But so it's like, why have him be redeemed and kind of be like, I want to live, I'm gonna have a normal life. It's okay if I can't live forever. I'm gonna live until I can with Caroline and her kids, and I want to be, I want to live. I want to live with my brother too. I want to make a difference. I want to redeem myself. Blah 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 blah. To go from all of a sudden now he's dying again and he's dead again. It's kind of felt like really it was just episodes ago he was like I want to live. So it's kind of like that's also another reason I kind of didn't like it. And then also, going back to him turning Damon, I hate that people still blame him for that. I still hate it because it's like he didn't turn Damon, he made him complete it. Yes, which is wrong and it was selfish and I get it. Damon had every right to be like, I don't want to do this, leave me alone. But I don't understand why we can forgive all this other stuff that even Damon or even Stefan have done and stuff, but we can't forgive that one thing that Stefan, the one thing that Stefan did. I don't know why we can't forgive that. Like, it was so many years ago and he was 17. You have to realize that he was scared. He just wanted his brother. I'm not saying it was right, and I do think that it should have been Damon's choice. But Damon's not a child either. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. He didn't have to kill just to kill. His humanity switch wasn't even on. It was Damon who did the killing. He enjoyed the killing. So it wasn't just, oh, poor Damon either. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think you can blame Stefan for what Damon does. I just don't. And, like, okay, my personal, like, I know there's many ships on this show, like, many. Like, and the most popular ones that I've heard of are, sorry, are Delena, Stelena, Stereline, Clareline, and Bayman. I think those 5 are the majority. I don't know. I mean, there's many, but like those 5 are the kind of ones that like stand out. I've always been a Stereline shipper, actually since season 2. So even before they became anything, I just always felt it. I might do a video like of not of me talking, but like a fan video of them potentially. But it's fine. I respect all ships. it's all cool. But I don't know. It just for me, I could see Selena, but after what Elena did, it just kind of left him and broke his heart. And I feel like Elena did deserve happiness again. I'm not trying to like call her out or anything or call her name, but I wouldn't want to be with somebody who just left me for my brother or sister or whatever. I just couldn't do that. I felt like it just kind of would be ugh if he went back to her. But like Selena got their moment at least. But I know many Selena fans were upset because, well, Stefan kind of died for Delena in a way if you think about it, which was annoying. But like, and also when they talked, they like when Elena and Stefan talked, the last moment was tell Caroline I'll love her forever, and I got her message. So it was basically a Sterling moment instead of a Stelina. So many Stelina fans were upset that we didn't even get at least one moment of them. And I'm sorry, but I didn't mind the Sterling personally because I like Sterling. Sorry, but I feel for Stelina fans, and I'm sorry. And then Delina fans, I feel like should be the happiest, but many Delina fans were upset. They're like, oh, they didn't have the chemistry they did before. They didn't show them enough. There should have been more Elena, more, and this and that. But I'm like, at the end of the day, you know that your ship lived a happy, normal human life together, and potentially maybe even had kids or whatever. And so you know that Claire and I shippers, I feel like we're the happiest, and they only got a letter. So I'm like, hey, at least they're grateful, I guess. But like, yeah, Claire and Shepard, they got a letter. And they're like, to me personally, I kind of hated it because like that was Caroline's last scene, and it was with the letter. And I know personally that Candace, well, not personally, but like I know from interviews and stuff that Candace doesn't really ship Caroline. Sorry, she doesn't really ship it. So it was kind of like, oh, that was her last moment, really. And then we found out that Joseph Morgan, I think I'm so bad at names, I'm sorry. But like he didn't even know about the letter. He didn't even know the cross on the letter. But that was kind of, and then it was also kind of like a slap in the face of Stefan to me personally. But hey, Caroline Shepard's just fine. You know, like you should put whatever you want. I'm just saying my opinion. But hey, at least they were grateful, and they were like, they were so much more happy than Delena fans, which is hilarious because Delena was cannonly together. But I think it was because they'd waited so long and stuff. So I'm like, okay, fine. To me personally, I think that after Caroline's kids are older and old, and all of her friends and family have died, Caroline will take the cure or kill herself or something, and just like maybe when Damon died, he gave her the cure or something, and then she will meet up with them again. My Caroline heart won't believe that, and then they'll all meet up again, like the whole group, the whole squad. Yeah, but also another thing I hated, and no, okay, so, sorry, before I go to the ships, I think I talked about most of them. Bayman, I feel like got the worst of it. The people who did Bayman got the worst of it because they didn't really even have a scene at all. Bonnie and Damon, there wasn't even really a goodbye for them at all in this episode. So I feel like they got it the worst for sure. Gotta be fair, they got it the worst. I like Bayman. I feel like Bonnie, but I'm not like a shipper romantically or whatever. I don't know, maybe, but like I do think that Bonnie was way better for Damon than Elena ever was. Like I feel like, cause for Elena, I feel like Damon only did good when she was visibly there. When she was there, whenever she would refuse him or say no, he would kind of throw a tantrum. In my opinion, but he would throw a tantrum. But like with Bonnie, I feel like he actually grew and he actually started doing good things because he wanted to. But then at the end, it became again about like, oh, I have to do good for Elena. Why not do good for yourself, Damon? Or because killing is bad and stuff like that, you know? It was just kind of, I was like, that's the only reason, and that's the only problem I have. And again, I'm not hating on Damon as a character. Damon is cool. I like all the characters on the show. I really do as character. But if you want to talk about it in that sense, if you want to have like a redemption for Damon, I feel like it should have been a redemption for himself and not just for Elena. Sorry, I feel like I talked about so much at once, and I don't know if it came like coherently or not. But I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. And but that's basically it. I think I feel like there was so much more stuff I talk about, but I don't know. But I loved all the cameos, and I mentioned that in my last video when I did about the TVD Forever. I love the cameos. I feel like those were so nice, and I cried. I definitely cried, which I think you can see in the video too, the last video I made. That was basically it. I think I felt bad for Stefan. I felt like he deserved better, and again, I'm a third line shipper forever, and I feel like they will be back together. They will be reunited. That's just me, because like they love each other forever. But again, you don't have to obviously believe that everybody ships something else. And I feel like they did kind of leave it open ended, which I think it is good, I guess, because we can all have our different interpretations. So I feel like the final was like I understand it. There's some parts I liked it, but then I'm also like, but you know what I mean? So I'm in the middle. I'm definitely in the middle. I feel like one important thing though that would have made this final better if they had it for 2 hours, or if they could have had Nina for an episode before too somehow, because it was rushed. So much of this was rushed. I just felt like it was so quick. It was like, oh, this happening. We have to get Catherine. Elena's back. Death. Stefan's death. They're like in heaven. Elena and Damon. It was just kind of. I feel like it was so rushed. Bonnie's ending was rushed. Caroline Lark. I thought that was sweet. They're opening the house and stuff, and I think that could lead to something cool. Let's see. And then also Matt. Speaking of, we can't forget about Matt. He's a survivor. Like I was watching a Craig video and they used the song "Survivor" for him. I thought that was hilarious. But hey, he is. But it still also kind of feels like, well, he's the mayor and stuff, so that's cool for him. But he also lost his wife, and I really felt bad for Matt. But I felt like Tyler, Jeremy, what happened to them? Like they got screwed over, especially Tyler. I felt like he just got screwed over. Nobody even cared. Sorry, nobody even cared about his death. Apparently, they had one episode on it. Well, Endo just kept going back and back, which I know why, because Bonnie and Endo and stuff. Which also Benzo. I can't believe I forgot that mention. I think that's cute too. I don't know. I like Bonnie with everyone. Not gonna lie, I like Bonnie a lot, and I feel like with Bayman would have been cute. Benzo, I did like Benzo too, though. I felt like it was cute, and I like the fact that Endo. Sorry, I felt like I liked the fact that Enzo cared about her and he wanted her to live. I felt like that's why it was beautiful. That trip was beautiful for that reason too. But okay, oh yeah, one more thing before I go. The things that I also didn't like was I felt like Bonnie again. We were speaking of Bonnie. We talked about how Damon didn't get ended, but I hated how Bonnie and Stefan also ended it because even at the beginning of the season, Stefan told Bonnie she was the strongest person he knew. Even Elena and Caroline, she was even stronger than them. And like, they were working together and it was all good. And then all of a sudden at the end, Bonnie never really forgave him. She kind of hated him. And she was kind of okay with him dying, which I know why. And I know it was for the greater good and da da da. But it still felt like she didn't even care. She was like, peace. And I always hated that because I feel like Bonnie and Stefan, personally, are the most selfless characters on the show, and they've done the most for everybody. So I kind of would have wanted something like not like a relationship or anything, but just kind of like a goodbye for them too, like some type of friendship for them too, and ended them on a better note too. And also Alaric too, because he also kind of got screwed over, but he has his kids and stuff. I don't know. This is very open ended, I guess. So, which I said that so many times already. I'm sorry. So I feel like I was gonna repeat myself now, and I feel like I've already been repeating myself now. So that was basically it. I don't think I missed anything, but if I did, maybe I'll do a part two. But just leave in the comments what you think. If there's anything I missed that you want to talk about, if you agree with me, disagree with me, some points you agree, some points you disagree, just questions, anything. Just write it all down, and yeah. But yeah, bye. TV forever.